Hey guys, how you doing? So you guys, if you watch my videos, you will know that I don't mind being different, okay? I don't mind. Actually, I feel like my purpose or the reason why I love my channel a lot is that I am able to find my tribe by saying things that I do that might not be common or might not be popular or might not be wildly done. Widely done. I say wildly. Like I don't mind being different. I don't mind airing my opinion as long as I'm not forcing it down your throat. I'm on my channel saying what I do, right? And I'm looking for people that can relate to me. That's all, right? If you can't relate, exit left. Okay, you don't have to be here. But yeah, I want to tell you guys things that I personally don't do as a wife and a mom. And I'd love to know if there's anybody out there who can relate, okay? Now, the first thing is that I do not baby my husband, okay? I've noticed that a lot of women infantilize their husbands and allow their husbands to get away with weaponized incompetence, okay? Yes, I see it on social media all the time when people make jokes or make posts about their husbands and talk about their husbands like these men are so dumb is not even the word, right? Like, oh, my husband, he will use the toilet, he will not flush, or he will not wipe the toilet seat. My husband doesn't know how to take care of himself, or take care of the kids, or take care of the home. My husband, hamper will be open here. He will throw the clothes on the floor. He will keep boxers here. He will keep his singlets here. My husband, I need to remind him to pick the kids. I need to remind him to get this for the kids. I need to remind him to do this for me. My husband, like, so many things women normalize in marriages. I don't do it. I don't get it. Okay, I always say I'm too lazy for that, but I'm changing it because I refuse to call myself lazy. I'm not a lazy person in Jesus' name. Okay, I refuse to say I'm too lazy for that. I would say I am too busy for that. Okay, I am too busy to be married to somebody who is like my first child. Okay, like no, he has a mother. She should have done her job. And if she didn't do her job, then he should do the job. He should continue from where she stopped, not me. Okay? I've never had that issue. Well, maybe I'm talking from a place of, will I say, privilege, in quotes, because my husband is not somebody who you can even infantilize because he takes charge. He takes charge of the home. To be honest, like, I don't get it when women laugh about things like, oh, he pees and leaves pee on the toilet seat and doesn't wipe it. That's disgusting. I've never experienced it. I do wipe the toilet seat whenever I want to use it because of habit. It's just a habit thing in my head. It doesn't mean, even when I use my children's toilet, I also wipe the toilet seat. It doesn't mean that it's not something I can fathom, okay, right? And I don't get it when women laugh about these things, okay? I don't get it when women laugh about the fact that their husbands are basically like incompetent. I don't even know how to explain it. Like, you are talking about your grown man husband as if he is a toddler. That, in fact, this is an insult to toddler self. As if he's a baby that doesn't have sense. Meanwhile, this same man, at his place of work, you are not there to remind him about his duties. In fact, some of your husbands in their places of work, people depend on them for a lot, right? They are dependable, they are up and doing, they are very active. Let's not talk about that one. Some of your husbands in their side relationships, in their side relationships, they are very active, they are very up and doing, they are very dependable, they do all these things effortlessly for someone else. But when it comes to you, they act like they don't know what's going on. Yeah, I don't know. Some men even talk about it too, right? But I see women make such jokes even more. I don't find it funny. Talking about your husband, oh, he will leave the drawer open, he will leave the cabinet open, the drop stick up here, and it's funny. I don't find it funny. Okay, I don't find it funny. Now, if you do all those things and you are happy to do them for your husband, it doesn't bother you one bit, that's fine. That's good and dandy. Kudos to you. I appreciate it for you, right? But if you come and laugh about these things, meanwhile, behind closed doors, you're very burnt, you're very angry, you're very resentful. That's what I don't understand. That's what I don't actually understand, right? You know that this thing is not funny to you. You know that you are being overstressed or overworked in your home. Now, I don't mean like the regular work that, you have to do as a mom or as a wife. There are duties that women just typically fall into or they acquire. It might not even be that you typically fell into it. It might be that, in your house, this is how things are run, right? I don't mean those kind of chores or those kinds of responsibilities. I mean responsibilities that typically fall on your husband, or are chores that, or are responsibilities that you guys have decided, this is for my husband, this is for me, right? Then he doesn't now do them, and then you're laughing about it, but behind closed doors or within your group of friends, you're lamenting, you're crying, you're complaining, you're resentful, you're overworked, you're tired, but it's something funny. I don't get it, okay? And I feel like a lot of women are in such predicaments because they allowed it. Okay, yes, the responsibility is actually on your husband. Like, he's a grown man. You're not supposed to be telling him some of these things, right? But let's just say, his mother did not do her work, or his father did not do his work. In fact, let me not even call mothers. I don't even know why I'm even saying his mother, right? I even feel like when you see men who misbehave, or who are not raised right, or who are not doing what they need to do as men, I blame the fathers. Whether the fathers were there or not there, I blame the fathers, okay? Now, if he lost his father and, he didn't have a father, then I can now blame the mom. But if there was a father in the picture, any way, shape, or form, even if he's a deadbeat father, I blame the father, okay? So, let's just say the father did not do his work, or the mother did not do her work, and him too, he doesn't have sense. He doesn't want to have sense, right? Why are you permitting such rubbish? Why do you think that he cannot learn? Meanwhile, there are so many things, I keep saying this thing all the time, there are so many things that our parents did not teach us that we are doing now. Some of us are even experts at it. You know those things, you know. I don't even mean like sex and stuff. I mean that, but not only that, right? Some of you drinking, smoking, partying, all kinds of vices, and all kinds of, not just even vices, all kinds of things that we do now. Our parents did not teach us, but you're an expert at it. So why is it that when it now comes to helping your wife, or taking responsibility, or growing up, like actually growing up and being a grown human, you'll not be acting like, It's because most times you have nothing to lose. The wives are enabling it, the mothers are enabling it, the parents are enabling it, the children are enabling it. So you're just coasting through life. But when you get to work where such behavior is punished or not enabled, you sit up. So who are we deceiving here? And you know the worst part? For some of you, your husbands could have been that way, but you are the one that even made things worse, right? Because you want to prove yourself. You want to show yourself. You are an independent woman. You can do bad all by yourself. You don't need a man. You just want a man. You don't need a man. So even when you are dating, you are showing the guy that you can take care of everything. You go to his house during the weekend. You wash for him. You cook for him. You clean for him. You arrange for him. You do everything for him. Then when you guys get married, in your first few months of marriage or even years of marriage, you're doing everything because, married woman, virtuous woman. Over time, the guy has gotten used to just relaxing. The same way, it's just a human nature. So yeah, you can now imagine years and years of women jumping up and down, going helter-skelter, using their head to walk on the ground, and these men just feeling like that's how it should be. It's be hard for you to change things. It will be very, very difficult for him to change things, okay? And especially when the person lacks that basic, I don't know how to explain this now. Will I call it sympathy? Or will I call it empathy? Or will I call it common sense? Or will I call it emotional intelligence? Okay, because ideally, in an ideal world, all things being equal, if you see your partner is going through a lot, is suffering, is trying to put things together and trying to keep the family together, ideally, you don't even need her to tell you. You should step up. You should take over some things by yourself. You should take charge. If you cannot do it physically, you should pay people who can do it. Because even the mental load, right, of some things, of getting people to do some things, is actually a lot. Even if I'm not the one physically doing it, but the mental load of, I need to call the plumber, I need to get the cleaners, I need to supervise the cleaners, we need to buy this for the kids, we need to do that for the car, we need to, all those, that mental load is a lot. So if you're married to somebody who one nut is missing, because I feel like that thing is just wickedness, right? If you're married to such a person, you will suffer you will see yourself, you will be old, and this guy will be young and fresh and fine and vibrant. And if anything happens to you, he's gonna replace you as quickly as possible. If you're not even careful, your replacement is even waiting at the corner, right? I mean, I'm just being truthful here. Some of you already have your replacements waiting at the corner while you are doing everything. Hey, virtuous woman, now you sabi pass, now you work hard pass, right? And you're looking older, you can't take care of yourself, you're looking drained, you're looking worn out, you have your job, many of you even have your jobs that you are doing, you have your jobs, you can dress well, but when people look at you, you are not happy, you're not doing well, you're not flourishing. But you dress well, you look good, you buy things, you have money. But when they look at you, when they talk to you, when they listen to what you are not saying, they can see that you're not a happy person. Come on, sister. It's not funny. It's not funny. So when I see those things on social media, I'll just be like, whatever. Like, I don't get it. I will never find it funny. We are talking about men, like, and these men watch these things, oh. They watch it. They will not see women talking about how my husband cannot even open the milk and close it. He'll open milk and leave it open. The next one for me is that I do not encourage unhealthy competition amongst my kids, okay, or with my kids, or with other people's kids. Okay, now let me explain this, right? I don't allow my kids within themselves have unhealthy competition. I don't allow my kids have unhealthy competition with their friends. And I also don't allow myself or other moms compete with me with my children. Does that make sense? Or I don't allow myself at least compete with other moms with my children. Okay? Now, what do I mean by all of this? I don't care what you are doing in your home with your children. If it doesn't work for me, it doesn't work for me. I'm happy for you, but it is not putting fire in my bum to try and replicate same in my home, right? Now, I can learn from people. I can get inspired by people. I actually learn from people a lot. I actually ask questions. Whether you're a new mom or you're an old mom, if I meet you and you're telling me things about what you implement with your kids and the results you're getting, I will be fascinated. And if it makes sense, I'll try and replicate it with my own kids, right? If it makes sense to me. I don't just copy one for one. I think about it very well and then apply it to myself, right? So I don't mean that I don't learn from other moms. But you see this, my child can, you know how moms do, right? My child now started talking at 7 months. You mean your baby is still blabbing? Now, wow, are you sure you don't need to go and check your child? You know those kind of things, right? Where the mother try to, some are not so out there with it. They're kind of subtle with it, but you can just tell that this person is trying to compete or trying to make it look as if my life is missing something. First of all, I'm not even a competitive person. If you guys have not known by now, or you've not seen it by now, I'm not a competitive person. It's not really a good thing, to be honest, because sometimes you need at least healthy competition to propel you to do more. Okay, so I'm not saying that it is such a positive part of me, but I'm generally not a competitive person. Like, do you be happy? I like it for you. I love it for you, but it doesn't give me sleepless nights. You cannot pepper me. I'm not trying to pepper you, but you cannot pepper me, because I feel like I am doing a lot and I am actually working hard to get to where I want to get to, both financially, physically, with my kids and all of that, right? I'm working hard for it. So however it turns out, I'm going to be happy with the result. I don't really care about what you and your children and your family are doing, okay? My kids know this, right? If you come and tell me, Mommy, my friend in school is using a smartwatch, buy smartwatch for me. I'm sorry. That's in fact, even if I've already added it to cart, I will remove it from cart. Even if I've already bought it, I will go and hide it. I will not give it to you. The fact that you want it because another person has it, that's a no-no for me. But if, for instance, your friend has a smartwatch and then you come back home and then you look at the qualities of a smartwatch and what you can use it for, and then you come and meet me and say, oh, Mommy, please, I would like to have a smartwatch. Look at what a smartwatch can do for me. Then fine. But you come and meet me. You know how some kids act, or how some kids can be. But you know that, but Jane's sister has, but Jane has this bow. Okay, and so? And so, my dear sister, am I Jane's mother? do you have Jane's mother's money? If that's the reason why you want it, then I'm not going to get it for you, even if I can afford it. So I've tried to raise my kids with this mindset, and so far it's working. In fact, even though they still slip up sometimes, so when they slip up, even them, before I even say anything, they already correct themselves because they know that, oh, mommy will not tolerate this. Some of you are adopting things that don't even make sense for your home just because of social media, or because of your friends, or because of somebody else said it. Okay, even some of you that are watching me now, some things that I might have said might make you feel like, I need to go and adopt this thing for my own home. If it's not going to work for you, it's not going to work for you. Do you get my point? Like, make it work for you. Take only things that can work for you. Okay, you don't have to implement every single thing. That's why I do a lot of research, and I come up with the best solutions for my family, the one that work for my family, that will work for our mindsets, our priorities, our goals. Some of you don't even have priorities, you don't have goals, you don't have a collect, like, you don't have a general mindset towards life. That's why you're just adopting anything that somebody says, you collect. This one, you scroll, they say, women should, you collect that one. Parents should, you collect that one. Parents should not, you collect that. Like, no. Okay, no. Have a general purpose for your life, and then get inspired and adopt things that work for you. Stop looking at whether the grass is greener on the other side, or whether the grass is browner. Some people is even negative competition. Like, they're not even looking at who is doing better. They're looking for who is doing worse so that they can rub it in the person's face. It doesn't make sense to me. Okay, some of you are too preoccupied with what is happening in other people's lives, what other people have, what other people don't have, what other people are doing, where other people are going. Focus on your focus, my dear. Focus on your focus. Do what works for you and your life and your lifestyle. Some of you, some things you're even adopting does not even fit your lifestyle. It don't fit you. That's that's the bottom line. It doesn't fit you. And this thing happens, aside even with kids, it happens with adults a lot. You are doing BBL, it doesn't fit you. It fits some people, but it doesn't fit you. But because Big Bum Bum is raining, you are going to do BBL. And now you are uncomfortable. You can't even dress well. You can't even walk well. You look like a clown. You are adopting other people's lifestyle. Hey, because people are traveling to this country for vacation. Me too, I must go there by fire by force. Meanwhile, you don't even like such vacations. You prefer to just, go shopping and come back home, right? So the point is that I don't encourage unhealthy competition among my kids. You cannot come and tell me because somebody has something, or because somebody is doing something, I should come and do it for you. In fact, that's the fastest way to not get that thing. Okay, if you are thinking of, how do I discourage mommy from doing this nice thing for me? Call another person's name there. Just call another person's name there. Then that's the end. You will never get that thing. And the good thing for me is that my husband is actually this way. In fact, I think my husband is even worse than me. Yeah. I think my husband is actually worse than me. Me, I can even get influenced. My husband, nothing they influence the man. Nothing. The only influence I can say, something that can influence my husband is me, and it's by continuous, rewiring before I even influence him. So it works for us, and I'm happy about that. Something related to this is that I do not teach my children about any being or entity that they cannot see aside God and Jesus and the Holy Spirit. Okay, there is nothing like Tooth Fairy in my house. There's nothing like Santa, the elf on the shelf, Halloween, all of those things. I don't encourage it. I don't teach them. Right from when they can understand simple concepts, I tell them Santa is not real. The elf on the shelf is not real. The Tooth Fairy is not real. I don't care if everybody else is teaching their kids that it is real. It doesn't bother me. Now, I understand parents who want to preserve their kids' innocence, or want to see the sparkle in their kids' eyes when the kids feel like Santa has come, or the tooth fairy took their tooth and gave them money. I understand other parents doing it. Okay, I'm not judging them, so they should not judge me. That's just the way I see life, right? I will not judge you, but don't come and judge me. I can judge you looking in my mind, shall I not even lie? You to judge me in your mind, that's fine. But don't come and tell me that what I'm doing is wrong, because I did not come and tell you that what you're doing is wrong. That's it for me. Now, the next one is that I teach my kids independent thinking. I try to encourage them to think for themselves. It's kind of even related to this other point, right? But I encourage my kids to think for themselves, because I noticed that my kids, to an extent, also try to weaponize incompetence, right? They try to act like they cannot, like, once I'm there, they try to shut down their brain. Everything is just mommy, mommy, mommy. And I'm like, no, 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 no. Now, one of the things I say a lot in this house is, what do you think about it? You that are asking me, what do you think? What's your opinion? What's your idea first? First, try to solve the situation first. First try to solve the problem first, and then when it doesn't now work out for you, then you can bring me in. So Cora will come and meet me sometimes and say, Mommy, where is my shoe? Me, I'll say, Cora, where is your shoe? Where is it? Or I give them something. Mommy, where should I put your phone? Put it on my head. I mean, I joke about that one, right? But normally when they come and meet me, or maybe let's say I tell them clear the dishwasher, okay, like remove plates from the dishwasher. So Cora can come and meet me and say, oh mommy, where do I keep this plate? I'll be like, Cora, where do you think that plate should be kept? She'll now say in the drawer, and I'll be like, you know the answer, so why are you asking me? And the reason why I try to enforce this is that it actually helps your kids to be more independent and to be more independent in their thinking, for them to use their brain more, and for them to not be easily influenced by outsiders or outside influence, okay? If you teach your kids to use their head more and to be more, what they call the name, not just bold, to be more confident in their decision making, it will help them to make better decisions in life generally, and also not accept nonsense talk or nonsense suggestions from other people. Even with Sophia, as small as Sophia is, you know, she's not even that small again, to be honest, but you know, as my last born, right? I just noticed that any small thing, mommy, this, I'll say, Sophia. Sometimes I even come and meet her and say, when she comes to meet me and says, mommy, I cannot find my pants, or mommy, where's my pants? I'll say, Sophia, where's my jeans? Sophia, help me find my jeans. She'll not be like, well, I don't know where it is. I'll be like, but I don't know where your own too is now. Go and find it yourself. Now, the next one for me is that I do not give my kids too much of a choice. Okay, I don't give them too much choices or too many choices, right? I feel like a lot of parents these days, maybe because of how we were raised, how we were disciplined and stuff like that, many of us are trying to overcorrect some of the things that we went through, but we are overdoing it, okay? I don't understand. Yes, when you were growing up, they forced you to eat whatever, right? And you didn't like it. Okay, fine. But did you die? I know that it's not in all cases where the argument of did you die works, right? I'm not saying you should now continue generational trauma because you did not die, right? I'm not saying that, okay? But why are you giving your children too many choices? Why are you allowing your child dictate your life? Why are you allowing your children who are not even that smart in the grand scheme of things, why are you allowing them make important decisions for themselves? They are children. You are the adult. You are the one who is supposed to tell them what is right. Okay? You are the one that's supposed to set their moral compass to an extent. You are the one that's supposed to make intelligent, sensible choices for them. Even the Bible says foolishness abounds in the heart of a child. They are still children. They are still learning. Okay, depending on their age, there are some choices that you should not allow your children to have, depending on their age. So, for instance, what we are eating for lunch is not up for debate. I'm not debating it, okay? Like, I'm not about to start giving you donuts for lunch because you like it, or start giving you biscuit and juice for lunch because it's what you prefer. I'm not about to do that. It makes no sense. It is objectively wrong. I feel like we forget that there is something called objective right and objective wrong. It is objectively wrong for a child to have sugary shit for lunch or for breakfast, right? Or for anything, like have it as their main meal. It is objectively wrong. So why do I want to, because my child prefers donut and pizza, I should be giving my child donut and pizza every day because at least the child is eating. So why are you the parents? Kuku make the child your parent and you to become the child. Why are you the parent? So what we are having for dinner is not up for debate. The best choice I can give you is you choose between beans and eba. Do you want to eat beans or eba? Oh, want to eat beans. Okay, so we'll eat eba tomorrow. Those are the choices. Those are the choices. It's not, oh, you prefer beans, so you're not going to eat eba again. No. Okay, you prefer to eat beans today. Okay, we eat eba tomorrow. Those are the choices. It makes my life easier. It removes the thinking stress from my head. I'm not here thinking about, hey, Sophia prefers oats. Cora prefers rice. Eva prefers beans. No. I'm not doing that. Everybody eats the same thing and we eat on the dining table together. The options are, do you want to clean the parlor or do you want to clean the kitchen? Do you want to clean your room or do you want to clean my room? Those are the options. There's no option of do you want to watch TV or do you want to go and clean your room? No. Or do you want, no. Now the last one for me is that I do not snoop on my husband, okay? I don't snoop on my husband. I don't bug him with calls or where are you? Where are you talking to? Where are you going? I don't bug him with questions. Who do you talk to on the phone? Who are you chatting with? What? I don't do that, okay? It's stressful for me. And I always say this, if you have to do that, if you see yourself doing that as a woman, then there is a problem already, okay? Like, you're not trying to fish out the problem. That in itself is a very big problem. That in itself is actually an issue, and you should get to the bottom of it so that you don't die young. Okay, get to the bottom of it. Don't be there. Oh, if he goes out, where did he go? Who did he go with? Who? I don't do all of that. In fact, if my husband wants to go out, he'll just tell me where he's going to, and that's fine. If he tells me he's coming back by 6 p.m., okay, no wahala. If by 6 p.m. I remember that he's not back, I'll now call him out. What's up? Where are you now? You say you're coming back by 6 p.m. He'll say, oh, I'm on the way, or something happened, whatever. But actually, again, this might be from a place of privilege in the sense that my husband is not somebody who is that outgoing. He's not very social, so he's always at home. If he's not at work, he is at home. If he's not at a work dinner or work function, he is at home. He doesn't even go out once he's late. Like my father too. Once it's 7 p.m., my husband does not go anywhere. If he manages to go out for a night event where they even beg him and force him to come out, 1 hour he's back. Me, I'll be like, okay, waiting now. Just 1 hour. Stay now. No, you don't have to come back now. But he's that kind of person, right? So I have the password to his phone. Even though I don't need to use this, right? I don't go on his phone and be checking, hey, who did he talk to? Who is he chatting with? If I have to do that, then there is a problem. And my advice is that if you have to do all of that, then sit him down and squash whatever the issue is. So it's either he's already cheating or you've caught him cheating before, or, he's not giving you the assurance. He's, basically, as a woman, you can tell some of these things, right? Once you start feeling that way, then squash it and move on with your life. Why are you being held hostage in your marriage because of the thoughts that your husband is doing something bad outside, or he's cheating on you, or he has a family? Like, why are you being held hostage in that marriage? Must you be married to him? And if you must be married to him, then live with him peacefully. Is it that you squashed whatever it is that is going on in your marriage, or you walk away? Okay, and if you don't want to walk away, then be happy with what is happening there. I don't get it why you don't want to walk away, but you don't want to stay there in peace. You are just like, it's not by force, okay? There's no marriage in heaven. This earthly race ends here. Marriage ends here. So it's not a do or die affair, my point, right? You don't have to be married to this person even in heaven. So why do you suffer yourself now and live a troubled life, a sorrowful life, an unhappy life because of a human being that God created? I don't get it. So anyway, those are my thoughts on the matter. Let me know in the comment section things that people typically do that you do not do in your home. It might even be things that I have mentioned that I do that you don't do in your home. Let me know in the comment section. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys.